What's up, Inky? Marco? Yeah, I got gloves on. Inky, I just got through shaping the scales for your knife. I'll be putting them on tonight. Still too cold in the shop to do epoxy work. So I have to pre-shape them here, take them home, epoxy them on, clamp them, then bring them back to finish the shaping. Kind of a pain in the ass, but what I have to work with right now. Big photo that for Mad Yoko teaching here. Cold weather has slowed down everything for me. And I forgot to charge my phone, so I don't have a whole lot of battery. I really have scale work before pressing this grinding butt. It's 50 degrees today, so I can actually use the grinder, so I thought I'd come get done what I could. The more I can get round, before I can take home and get scales epoxy too. So. Really all I'm doing is making work for myself tonight and tomorrow night. It's going to get really cold the next couple of days. I won't be able to come down here. What's up, y'all? What did the golfer bring an extra pair of socks? In case they got a hole in one. I got some exciting news coming up about my knife making and my scale work. I got somebody in the community who is a absolute artist when it comes to my carters and stuff. He's going to be doing some scale work for me. It seems when you order a knife, you'll be getting a much better looking pair of scales on it. Because that to me, I really don't enjoy any part of this other than the heat treat and this grinding. Continue to do some scale work as I get better at it, but I'm hoping he does the majority of it. Alright, that's ready to flip already. You take it over here and flip it over. Here's the other side. I don't think I realized how wore out my motor was, because I've ground several knives today and it has been way stronger. I don't know if you guys have noticed I've stopped using the my plunge jig, but I'm getting my plunge grinds fucking beautiful by hand, so that's a progression, I guess. I no longer need that to do that for me. And it was never quite as clean as I can get it now anyway. I don't know why. That plunge jig was supposed to make it clean, and I mean, it made it cleaner than I could by hand in the beginning, but not anymore. This isn't what I'm talking about. That was just this little bar that I used to clamp on the blade like this with my plunge. But my plunges are sweet. I don't need it anymore. And I just bolted that on upside down. You guys didn't even tell me. What's the jackknife? I'm sure somebody out there realized I was doing it. Well, I get to run in my mouth. If I can start these with gloves, I got it. Hey, look at this. Everybody keeps telling me one of these days I'll be able to grind without a jig. I don't know why I'd want to. I just don't see any advantage to it. First pass. Play it for 3 times, man. I love that vulcanized finish. I'm going to try to leave that on the flat. Pretty ass grind lines, man. tell, this is a big old knife. I'm still going to grind it fairly thin behind the edge, not as thin as some of mine. I mean, at 15 thousandths behind the edge, that's still way thinner than most production fixed blades. Being Nitro B, being super tough, it can handle it. There's no telling what old Mad Joko might do with this damn thing. His design is super thin. It'd be very exciting. This is so big, people tend to have the urge to want to beat the shit out of it. And I want to make it where he can. Like I said, I didn't realize how weak that old motor had got. This thing's grinding way better. Biggest thing I can tell is when I turn it off, it stops a lot faster. It used to take it a couple minutes to wind down. Just clean this belt right quick. Nice, clean, straight grind. Not getting any smiles or anything. I like that. mild at the edge. I have to go to about 10. So the time Kyle puts by the time Kyle starts it, it should be about 15 behind. Even if this ended up at 20 thou, 25 thou behind the edge, guys, that's still better than most production pocket knives, and this is a big fixed blade. While Micro V is already better at holding an edge than 1095, it's actually way tougher than 1095, and this better geometry that'll hold an edge and cut even better. Well, I say there is no reason to use 1095 or 80 CRV2 or any of those seals. Micro V is tougher, corrosion resistant, and it'll hold the edge longer. People still use the 1095 because they can heat treat it in a Ford and guess at what the HRC is. Whereas with this, I know it's from 63, sometimes 64. Moral of this story is quit wasting your money on 1095 knives. Well, if you're that concerned about tough, you should be using 15-inch 20 or 8670 anyway. Both of those are only marginally tougher than Micro V, not by much. I don't think Micro V is good enough as far as edge retention to be used on a thin pocket knife. I mean, Stevie uses it because it's cheap. far superior fixed blade steel than what most people are using. If you don't like repetitive shit, don't get into making knives. Then we got a few people in here. Hope we don't have any trolls. If we do, that's alright too. Some people have nothing positive to do with their lives, so let them troll. For those of you who are new here, this piece of steel is already heat treated. Heat treated it myself in that heat treat oven right there. So that's why I'm dipping it in water constantly so I don't ruin my heat treat. This is not a forged in fire type of thing where we're trying to make knives out of Tonka trucks. It's fun, it's entertaining, but it's not very factual or educational. I'm going to show you something not most makers will show you. You see where I got that tip? Where is it? That tip, that little brown right there. Kind of like a straw color. That is heat. That's surface. That will buff right off. And it doesn't run the heat treat. If it turned blue, it would have. But with that straw color means it reached about 350 degrees, which is where I tempered this knife anyway. So. At the very, very worst, you could have took a little bit of hardness out of the tip. This way make it tougher anyway. But it didn't cook it. It turned that electric blue. I'd have to shorten this knife. That, and it didn't go all the way through to the other side, so it's got a full. Not like a full thickness. About as thin as I want to grind that one. I'm going to turn this grinder off. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to go. I only had like 24% on my battery. So I'm sure it's going to shut off on me here soon. It's weird, my vertical lives have been doing really well, but my shorts, man, I'm not even getting triple digits on them anymore. I don't know if I've pissed YouTube off or what I've done, but as you can see, without even being able to see it, that flat comes out to, you see the dark part here? Comes out to right there, comes out the same spot on the other side. I like to call that skill, but let's be honest, that was pretty lucky. But I mean, if you cut the same amount off each side, that's what's supposed to happen. It doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes you have to do a little cleanup to make that happen. But fortunately, we didn't have to this time. All I'm doing now is using a Scotch-Brite belt to clean up these bevels, make them a little smoother looking. As you can see, just a couple of passes, and that really enhances the look of that bevel, that grind. Just makes it a lot cleaner. Which every time I touch it, it smudges up. But that knife is done. It's ready for scales. I'll get this thing off to old Mad Yako. It'll be his. Going to be about 15th thou behind the edge, so it should be a great cutter even though it's so big. But being Nitro V, being super tough, he should still be able to do whatever the hell he wants to with it. Guys, I don't put a guarantee on my knives that you can't break them. Anytime you guarantee somebody they can't break something, they're going to break it. You know, that should be tougher than any an adequate or an equal size Essie anyway, just because it's so much tougher steel to begin with. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, that was this was a prototype for a knife that I've still not yet nailed down. So it's not available yet. I went from this to this, but the blade handle ratio was still a little off. And then I went to this, and I made it even worse. The blade handle ratio is even worse. So, yeah, I still don't have a bitch that is what I want it to be. But, you know, that's okay. But I'm going to jump off here. I've got to get some scale material knocked out for that thing. And yeah, we're going to get the scale material ready for me to take home so I can install it at the very least. That is the plan. But you gentlemen have a great day. I appreciate y'all stopping by. And I can't promise I'll be live from the shop much this week as cold as it's going to be. It's just the way it is. But appreciate you guys. Thanks, man.